The good news, you can now keep your shoes on when you go through security at the airport.
Some bad news, car thefts are a growing problem at airports nationwide, and Cleveland Hopkins is no exception.
I walked all over the place looking for it.
They kind of pointed to the sign on the wall that says park at your own risk.
We first brought you this story in June when two men returned from a trip only to find their cars gone.
Now News 5's Nadine Albazada is following through, speaking with another victim and asking what's being done about this.
How do you feel knowing that someone just took your car?
At first you feel very vulnerable and upset.
For the past 2 decades, Scott Polkamp has had a routine of parking at the airport before his flights. Tuesday, July 1st was no different.
Flew to Boston for a business trip, left my car in Lot A.
So, like many do, Scott headed to the airport and parked his car. Then he kept his keys, locked his car, and caught the flight. But when he got back, the car was gone.
I walked the parking garage a few times, a couple of different lots, and then I realized it definitely wasn't there.
This is the car that was taken, a 2023 Dodge Durango. Scott's car isn't the first that was stolen. In early June, we spoke to Michael Lopez, who had his Dodge Challenger also taken, and Dustin Marvin. It was his 2022 Ram TRX that went missing. All different cars, all stolen from Cleveland Hopkins Airport parking lots, and none with the keys left inside.
I think it's a very professional crew. They probably have a bird dog, somebody maybe that works around there, that gives them a heads up.
We looked into how often this happens at Cleveland Hopkins using data from Cleveland Police's crime dashboard. In the past year, there have been 651 crimes reported in the Hopkins neighborhood. Of those, 72 were motor vehicle thefts and 24 were car break-ins.
I would hope that the airport is able to beef up their security.
We reached out to Cleveland Hopkins Airport about the reoccurring incidents. They reiterated their statement from June, saying they're aware of the thefts and that there are security patrols on foot, writing the following. There are security cameras in the garage. However, we are currently in the process of adding additional security cameras as an increased security measure. As for Cleveland Police, they are reviewing our requests, but none of the 3 men have heard anything about their stolen cars.
I'm very frustrated because I've got a strong feeling it's still out there.
Scott says he'll never park at the airport again and recommends anyone who does leave no valuables in the car and consider using a tracking device.
Other people that go to Hopkins Airport, that they need to be very vigilant and diligent.
Reporting in Cleveland, Nadine Albazada, News 5.